Since early in the morning, even before the sun had fully claimed its place inside, something different began circulating in conversations, fan groups, and even in the quietly exchanged messages of the most attentive supporters. It was as if a heavier wind had swept through St. James Park, carrying one of those rumors that no one immediately confirms, yet everyone's senses could explode at any moment, a feeling that leaves fans restless, trying to understand why the club seems to move with unusual urgency, as if an important decision is about to come to life. And just as this atmosphere begins to spread, it's worth reminding every fan watching our channel that staying informed about these movements is essential, to not miss anything happening behind the scenes at Newcastle United. So, if you're not yet subscribed, take this natural pause in the video to click the subscribe button. It really helps keep our work alive and ensures you receive everything firsthand, without relying on the late rumors from the press. As the hours passed, the discreet movement began to take increasingly concrete shape. Small details started to slip out. Journalists from South America began exchanging suspicious messages, and as always, Newcastle's attentive supporters started putting the pieces together even before the English press could react. Something linked to midfield, a possible push, a calculated silence coming from Brazil, and a certain urgency in the Magpies' posture. It was clear there was a reason behind this growing mystery, and as new clues started to emerge, the fans were caught between curiosity and anxiety. Could it be a long-standing target returning to the radar, an unexpected market opportunity, or even a preemptive strategy to block rivals? By this moment it was obvious this was no ordinary name, nor a hollow speculation. And before revealing exactly what lies behind it all, let me reinforce, if you enjoy following these storylines that only Newcastle can provide, subscribe to the channel. Your subscription truly makes a difference and keeps the community strong. The Bola VIP portal has confirmed that Newcastle United is prepared to invest heavily in signing Allan Elias, Palmeiras midfielder, and is seeking an immediate agreement. That's right, immediate. No prolonged negotiations, vague talks, or superficial inquiries. The information from Brazil portrays the Magpies' approach as assertive, direct, and urgent, aiming to advance before any competitor. According to the report, the club is ready to make a significant investment to secure the player from one of South America's strongest teams. The report reminds us that Palmeiras recently rejected a €20 million offer from Zenit earlier this year. This sum, according to internal sources, is far from what is expected for the player's future. Now, any serious offer is expected to approach €32 million to even start negotiations. This positions Allan as one of the most highly valued players in Brazilian football right now, especially considering his release clause is close to €100 million, giving Palmeiras absolute control over the negotiation. It's noteworthy that Allan didn't suddenly emerge in this story. Brighton, West Ham, Fulham, and Everton had all been observing his progress closely. However, according to sources, Newcastle entered the race more forcefully, seeking to eliminate any chance of another club making a structured bid first. This type of behavior usually indicates that the analysis department and coaching staff have identified qualities in the player that fit perfectly into the club's sporting plan. Amidst all this movement, one point stands out. Allan Elias, at just 21 years old, is already considered a pillar of Abel Ferreira's team. His performance in decisive games, his tactical evolution, and the maturity he demonstrates on the field have placed him on the same trajectory as talents like Endrick and Estevão. The board believes Allan could reach values comparable to these recent cases, increasing the pressure on Newcastle to act quickly before competition multiplies. And for those watching this far, here's another invitation. If you enjoy detailed analyses like this, full of behind-the-scenes insights backed by reliable sources, subscribe to the channel. Our community grows every day, and you're part of it. You won't miss anything, and you directly help our work continue. Returning to the subject, Newcastle sees Allan as a long-term project, aligning with the club's vision for the coming years. The team has been building a solid foundation with players who can develop within the Premier League environment, and Allan fits this profile perfectly. Furthermore, two key compatriots are already in the squad, Bruno Guimaraes and Joe Linton, who could facilitate the young player's adaptation both on and off the pitch. This type of cultural and sporting connection is often decisive for South American athletes moving to England. Another important aspect is that Palmeiras faces no financial pressure to sell. This means that if Newcastle truly wants the player, they will need to present a highly convincing offer. The Brazilian club is known for negotiating firmly and maintaining full control over situations. Therefore, when the local press reports that Newcastle wants an immediate agreement, it doesn't mean the process will be easy, but rather that the Magpies are willing to accelerate procedures, present a clear plan, and likely outbid competitors with an attractive package. The timing of this move is also significant. The European market is closely monitoring young South American talent, especially after multi-million-pound transfers involving prospects like Vitor Roque, Estevão, and when scouts identify a player who consistently stands out in performance, tactical evolution, and resale potential, the race intensifies rapidly. Allan, according to Palmeiras' own analysts, is on this tear. The urgency shown by Newcastle is no coincidence. Internally, there is recognition that the club's midfield needs fresh energy, players capable of intensity, ball progression, quick transitions, and tactical versatility. Allan meets all these requirements and still carries considerable growth potential. Exactly what Premier League clubs seek when making substantial investments in players of his age. If you enjoy detailed analyses like this, packed with behind-the-scenes information and backed by trusted sources, subscribe to the channel. Our community grows daily, and you're part of it. You won't miss anything and directly support our work continuing. Speaking of sources, all this movement involving Allan Elias was initially reported by Brazil's Bola VIP Portal, one of the most active outlets covering South American football. The article highlights not only Newcastle's concrete interest but also the growing perception among Brazilian experts that Allan is ready to make the leap to European football. Nonetheless, the final decision still depends on the aggressiveness of the offer and Palmeiras' willingness to negotiate. It's important to note that, unlike many market rumors, this story did not appear randomly. Journalists close to Palmeiras confirmed that the club has indeed received recent inquiries from European clubs, and Newcastle's approach was treated with special attention. The challenge for the Magpies now is to transform this intention into a solid offer, respecting the financial and sporting weight the player holds within his current Brazilian squad.